Okay, here we guys. Oh, guess who just popped in?
Hey, hey.
I was gonna say the Green Eye Bandit, but I don't know if you do have green eyes. But
I've actually been called Eric Sermon a few times in an earlier period of my life when I was a little chubbier. So yeah, I definitely I see it.
Eric Sherman. Okay, how
Hey,
how's everyone been?
good,
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
Looking forward to this episode actually. I was gonna wax a little poetic a little bit about one of the songs. And anyways, I don't want to talk too much too soon, but trust me when I say I have a lot to say about this episode. I'm excited to talk about it.
Okay. Okay. Old school flavor. Welcome, Derek, out from Minneapolis. Welcome, last exit to Brooklyn. Hey, welcome, welcome. As you guys come in, we will shout you guys out. I was saying, I mean, but those who might not know the reference, one of us here has finished watching the marathon of Bunny Foos and Horses and has decided to come just as Delboy, but I'll give you guys the chance to guess who that might be. But anyway, and Mac, teacher's pet, he is here. He's stickler to the rules. For those who are just joining in, remember tonight is part two of our Battle of the Band, Battle of the Albums, and we're focusing on the up-tempo versions tonight. So I have the sneaky feeling that it will be a little bit more of a fair fight tonight. But before we get into that, it'd be good to see how, if any music news or stuff that you guys want to share. I'll start with you, VJ. Then
There's a couple of things. There's Mary J. Blige has something called For My Fans, which is coming out
mm,
in cinemas 5th and 8th of November. I saw that it's also screening in London, so
okay,
if I can, I'm going to try and get a ticket for whatever that is. I don't know. It might be something good. There's an artist called Amber Mark. She had two songs come out a couple of days ago. One is called By the End of the Night, but the one I really liked is a track called Doing Me. Pretty cool. Bobby Brown joined Keith Sweat on the stage in Los Angeles this week, in LA, which was pretty cool. And somewhat more dramatic, DJ Tim Westwood, hip hop legend, was charged with multiple sex offenses, which is it's sad because Tim Westwood was so iconic. I can't even. I just it's just so sad. And obviously, I haven't been on in a couple of weeks. So Diddy got 50 months. I don't know if we've spoken about that previously on the show. 50 months and less time served. Namdi, I think you were saying that might
oh,
mean.
before next Christmas, he'll be home.
There you go. That's it.
Yeah.
I've got nothing else to say on the
It's
music.
about 2028 he's getting out.
No, but the way they calculate it by before if he doesn't get even a pardon by then, but and some legal experts are saying that he got more than the average person would get. Even people who've done far worse would have gone lighter. But anyway, by next Christmas.
Jeff
But
Epstein got a year, didn't he? I mean, just for context, and that was. I'm just saying, man. It's like what he's got is not. It's not reasonable compared to what other people have got. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
yeah. So, 312. Welcome, Mick. Is it Nikki Smicky? I think Boyz II Men has down. Brandon White, right? Welcome. Okay. Last exit to Brooklyn says I heard Uptown Records is returning. No, it has. It reformed almost 4 years ago as an implant of Universal, but it's more hip hop. They had this girl, Benzimo, what's it? Who's the guy who owned the Source?
Yeah,
Ben
Benzino.
Benzino. His daughter, Corey or something like that. So she,
Coil Ray.
Colorado. So she was one of the first people signed to the new version of Uptown, but it has nothing. It is completely different from the heritage. It's not an R&B. It's just all over the place. Okay, Brandon says on the Republic. Yeah, Stevie. welcome. Any music news?
Mate, all I've been doing is running around filming for my YouTube channel. Shameless plug for episode 3. The vinyl search drops on Monday evening. For anyone who's subscribed or checking my channel out, do watch me try to find a load of vinyl LPs that I bought on CD in the 90s and I didn't buy the vinyls. Now I'm trying to buy the vinyls and I'm turning some up. I'm doing pretty well. So join me on YouTube on Monday night for a little search for some vinyls. Yeah. And I heard a Big Daddy Kane track this evening with Tupac, which was unreleased, and it's got a big Rick James sample running through it and a big Gap Band snare, outstanding snare beat sample in it as well. And I was just amazed by the track. Was it wherever? What was it called? Whatever you are, wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Yeah. Wow, what a track!
Brilliant track.
I can't believe it never came out, but it's on YouTube. Anybody, just put in YouTube Big Daddy Kane featuring Tupac, wherever you are, and you can hear it. As well as talking about tracks that are unreleased, there is an unreleased Jodeci track that's turned up from this album, an Uptempo that was left off, which is just absolutely mind-blowing, mind-bogglingly mind-blowing.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
What was it called?
Called Your Love. To jot that one down as well. That's on YouTube somewhere as well to listen to. It'll blow your head away. Absolutely blow your head away.
Okay.
Brandon, he's one of the people that submitted a list, and I'm just in line with what you said about Your Love. You said, Stevie, that you think Your Love is better than Gotta Love, and I think you could be right. But Brandon, he was one of the people that submitted a list. He said that Justice for Gotta Love, he put it at number 1 on his list. So
fair play to him.
Thank you, Brandon, for your list. And Justice for Gotta Love indeed.
Okay. I'll come to you, Andrew. There are 2 things that I saw over this past week. One of them was Teddy. It was his birthday, and he posted an AI-generated version of Blackstreet singing "No Diggity," and it was as if they were from Motown era. And it's very strange because as the guy, as a writer, producer, and stuff, he's now posting an AI-generated version of it. It sounded really good because it was like a Motown group singing lyric word for word, and it's amazing how these things are sounding. But he did say in the comments how he regrets sharing publishing with people within the group and they've shown their true colors by how they're acting now. So he said the biggest regret he made was by splitting publishing with people who didn't have any part in it. I do wonder how this has added to the fuel of, the fact he wants to relaunch Guy 2.0. And I don't know if he's actually going to go down that route or he's going to package his show as Teddy Riley featuring the sounds of Guy and Blackstreet and Rex and Effect, meaning that you come to his show and he's going to perform these songs just like as AKA Babyface does. Babyface, does all the hits that he did for everyone else and offers a great show. So I think that's the direction Teddy might go and may have other people supporting him like Babyface. Babyface took that from Bruno Mars. So Bruno Mars, when he had with the, is it the Rascals or the Scrandals or what's the name of his Bruno Mars? He has the Rascals or somebody should know. Bruno Mars has this crew of people who come on stage with him and they sing, they play the instruments and they almost dance with him. Babyface's show is pretty much modeled after Bruno Mars's Vegas residency, and it's pretty good. And so Teddy, I'm sure, is looking at that and says, okay, I'm going to play the hits you didn't realize I did. So we wait and see how that goes. Andrew, any music news before we?
Well, I just wanted to piggyback. I think it would be funny if Teddy got like a Michael Jackson impersonator to like.
Well, he has the guy, that chubby guy.
Yeah, but no, someone who literally, because I've seen them at MJ in Vegas, they're like light skinned and skinny, and they're like that would be some funny stuff, man. I would totally, man, Teddy be different. No one's ever done that before. You can take this idea. Don't give me any royalties. I think you should get an impersonator on your show and just kill it. But no, it's funny because I was like, damn, do I have any music news? And my brain amazingly came up with something, but it's not really news, but it's something that I think can help kind of generate more, just community with this whole effort. And that is, I was going about Instagram and I saw this reel or whatever, and it was like 10 new groups who do New Jack Swing. And I scrolled through all 10 of them. And I think I only like 2 of them, but I feel like I'm going to go back and I'm going to actually drop links to all 10 in the comment section of this YouTube broadcast. So that way we can talk about it afterwards. So that would be like my music news per se. The other thing is not really news, but it's just kind of relevant. And I say kind of, I really mean kind of relevant, is Gloria Velez, who you may know was a video performer, was just dropped, like episodes of her interview are dropping on The Art of Dialogue. And of course, we all know she was the mother of, or is the mother rather, of Aaron Hall's kid. And I think she's just dropping on a lot of information about just like the behind the scenes stuff with the music industry. So again, that's tangentially like news, but I thought it was interesting and was still a little bit illuminating. Like this, all that glitters isn't gold. And, even though I absolutely wanted to be inside the bubble back then, now I'm kind of like, dodge a bullet a little bit. It's not all sunshine and rainbows behind the scenes.
Yeah. The Bruno Mars is the Hooligans. That's the name of his band. The Hooligans, yeah. So we wait to see what Teddy's doing. He's going to have his first show out in Japan soon. Okay. So we are now this battle of these albums, the Uptempo stuff. How did you, before we get into our list and stuff, I can see VJ has already admitted defeat, so he's not winning his Jodeci top today. So it must say something. But how did you feel doing this, the Uptempo versus the ballads? How do you think it was for you?
I think it was a lot more balanced. This is a lot more balanced. I think I mentioned it last time, but that interview that me and Andrew did with Sean Stockman, when Sean Stockman is very proud of his Uptempos, very proud, and rightly so. I think this is going to be much tighter. And one thing I did want to share, I came across this a few years back. I don't know if you can see that. That is called Boyz II Men, the Dance Collection.
I thought I said bum. I was like,
what?
Wow.
Did you not think it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You're going to show us a bum. Okay.
You could say that, but so the tracks on this, and this is very interesting. So a compilation with just Boyz II Men dance tracks. So it's a bit from a lot of the albums. So it's got Motownphilly, the original version, Sympin original version, Under Pressure, Thank You, Can't Let Her Go, Bounce, Shake, Move, Swing, Vibing, the New Flavor, Step On Up, Jazzy Bell, All Around the World, Beautiful Women, Little Things, Good Guy, Can't Let Her Go, Timbaland Mix, and by the Dallas Austin remix. I think that's a fantastic compilation. So
what country did that come out in?
This is a Japanese-only release from 2004.
Fascinating piece. Why does Japan get all the... What was happening? Was there a big market? Everyone was just getting... They would do Japan-only CDs and albums and singles.
I think the Japanese are just that little bit cooler than the rest of us. They just are, man. They just have the...
Trina thought it looked like bum as well. Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, they have a lot of the albums. They have a bonus track or two.
Yeah.
Come out with these compilations, and if I will share some of the New Jack Swing compilations that have come out from Japan at some point. They are insane. Like there's one compilation I was looking at earlier today. It starts with The Real Seduction Ain't Nothing Wrong, and I've never seen that on a compilation in my life. It's just fascinating. It's officially on Atlantic New Jack Swing compilation. So
that interesting. That Boyz II Men track, I remember. What a track that was. Oh gosh,
Which one?
I remember.
Oh, I remember. Oh,
dear me.
which one?
What a great track!
Tim and, yeah, absolutely stunning. Absolutely
Just
stunning.
so underrated as well. It just kind of sneaked out there, didn't it? On a remix compilation as a bonus, as a new
remix
and a new
It
track.
was the second album remix. Yeah, fantastic.
On that
I love
compilation, does it have like the edited mix or the long version was on the 12, wasn't it? The really long 7-minute long version.
Of which song?
I remember the 12.
I remember it's not on here.
Oh, I thought I remember was on that.
No, it's got 16 tracks, and I remember's not on here.
Oh,
but
I'm sure you said. I must be hearing things there.
No, it's not. That's not on here. Good Guys on here. Little Things. Beautiful Women. I love that as well.
Wow.
Look, they've got some nice up tempos.
Yeah. Hey, Hopeful, how are you doing? Dio's saying that I know there's an imbalance 4 songs for Boyz II Men and 6 for Jodeci, but I think it's going to be quality over quantity tonight. So we'll see how that goes. But Stevie,
look at who's joined us. What a loyal bunch of viewers we've got, Namdi.
DJ All Day, welcome.
So a loyal bunch of all turning up again just to join us, waffling on a Sunday night.
But what about you, Stevie? What did you think of the the reversal from the up tempos compared to
this chart for me is all. I just don't know, mate. It's just so difficult. So
okay.
I'm looking at. I've done a chart. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But there's no bad tracks here. There's no real bad tracks for me on this.
Okay.
I really like them all. I can't fault any of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. They're all great. They're all very good songs.
What about you, Andrew?
I have very strong feelings. So number one, I'll start with this. Remixes absolutely mattered, I think, for up tempos in this time frame. And if we were looking at remixes for a lot of these songs, the arrangement would be very, very, very different. Now, going into the passion I have for a certain song called Gotta Love. This song, the first version of it was not the one in the album. And I talked about it in the last episode. And now I'm going to share a little bit about my heart and my soul and my mind that I don't tell people. And that is, oh, crap.
We can hear you.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right. My computer's tripping. All right. So that is for like decades. Okay. I have always likened that version, the video version, the remix of Gotta Love to 100 Miles and Runnin' by NWA. Okay. It's literally they're oh my God, what the hell is wrong? 1 second. Let me change my
What's this? The AI Andrew night we've got.
It is an AI version of you.
The AI version.
I'll be right back, guys. 1 second.
Yeah, it's fine.
Over his laptop. Oh, no. He's gone.
Yeah. Just before I know he's going to come back. It was interesting because I remember when I interviewed Eddie F, and he dropped the bomb about the original plans for this Jodeci album. When they came in, Albie was directed to work with them on the ballads. So if you see in the ballads, Albie shows as a co-writer and co-producer, and most of Devante pretty much wrote everything, but Albie sort of crafted it here. Let's turn it down here and do things on this side. Eddie F was meant to be spearheading the up-tempo stuff. So he was supposed to, Devante's okay, let's produce it this way. Let's manage the songs this way. But what happened was Jodeci were meant to be under Eddie F's implant at Uptown. But because Guy left, they broke up after the Future. Andre Harrell says, yeah, no, we still need the group at Uptown because we don't have a male group anymore. And Eddie was like, but yeah, this was the promise. And he says, well, that's just how it is. And so Eddie felt he admitted he was hurt. And then he stepped back. In fact, he left Uptown to go to LaFace. But that's when he started his own stuff with Intro and Donnell and all that stuff. And he didn't do anything with Uptown anymore at that. But I say this to wonder what difference you think an Untouchables production on the Jodeci Uptempo tracks would have made,
Ooh.
because that he was meant to just, he was, Devante would have written all the stuff, but they would have just brought the production, they would have
It would have
tightened
done
up
like
the production.
intro then, wouldn't it? It just would have been maybe a bit faster.
It would have been different. And I think with Eddie F, I wish we could all live alternate universes, because this universe needs to be how it was. Like, you can't have like Jodeci's Forever My Lady without those up tempos. But I wish we could get an idea of what that would have sounded like. I would have loved to have heard it, but
Yeah.
I think what happened was supposed to happen. I think.
Yeah, I do. I wonder though, because I wonder if the up tempos, because it Gotta Love didn't really hit, and it was almost like, did we make a mistake? So let's, until they bring in the ballads. But
So we're still talking about it? All right, cool. Sorry about that, guys. All right, here we go. So let me finish my thought. So 100 Miles and Running, Gotta Love, very much the same, right? It's literally, I think Puffy or whoever, actually Puffy remixed it, or whoever. When they remixed it, it was like, let's be like NWA, let's have that swagger, let's have all that stuff. I only kept it in my head because I remember when I talked about New Edition, you guys said, where are the birds, right? But no, I always saw anyway. So before this show, I went and looked at the samples, because that's what the professor does. And sure enough, the bass, like the foundation sample of both Gotta Love, the remix, and Miles and Running is Give It Up, Turn It Loose by James Brown. So if you know your James Brown, that do 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 like that's the sample, right? Then there's even like a Get Off Your Ass and Jam by Funkadelic. That is within 100 Miles and Running, and that sample starts the remix of Gotta Love. So basically, and the BPMs, I'm never a BPM guy, but I know I like slower than faster. The BPMs of Gotta Love in the album is 117, which is, to me, kind of too fast, whereas a BPM of, say, a Do Me or even the remix is like more like 108. So to me, the faster it is, it's cool, but it's not like the kind of shit you can work out to and just really bro out on. So anyway, Gotta Love, had it been the album version, it would have been probably number one. But to your point, Namdi, Jodeci pulled the jack move in that they realized people aren't feeling this. So we have to switch up our whole approach, go ballads, and they kicked ass. But that remix, I don't understand it. Like, I feel like Brandon, I love you. Trust me, I do. But I don't understand the love for the Gotta Love album version. I just don't. I really don't. But I feel like I'm the only one who actually prefers. I mean, you even got like the whole stepping, the Black College stuff in that remix, or even the Jeep remix. But the album version is just like, what? I don't get it. So anyway, that's it. My rant is over.
No, but when you took your hiatus, Eddie F told me that he was supposed to handle the Uptempo productions, but when Andre decided not to let Jodeci be signed under his production company, he abandoned that, and he said it that actually those Uptempos should have been a lot more tighter. And do the Jodeci Uptempos, are they as enduring as stuff from Guy or Boyz II Men? I mean, do we remember the videos and stuff, but are they as lasting? Do people hold them as like, well, these are classics as they do the ballads?
Okay, sorry, Namdi, I got to jump in. I know I'm dominating. Okay, but there is one of them I think is, and I think one of the biggest sins. I'm not giving away anything.
Oh no!
Oh goodness!
Andrew's having a tough time.
Am I back?
You're back. You're back.
All right, cool. One of the big sins in music history is when Jodeci came out and did Times We Share on In Living Color. That remix should have seen the light of day. And I'm saying Times We Share, in my opinion, absolutely does have lasting power. It has that I like. They even say I like in the damn song. Don't you know I like the way you move me? Anyway, that one does. So anyway, that's my answer.
And Namdi, what you said about whether these uptempos were enduring, I have obviously a soft spot, so to speak, for said band. So I must have been listening to some of this stuff in the car, and Monica heard Gotta Love, So she asked me, she says, Vij, do you like this song? And I could tell that she was like, this is not the one, man. And I found that fascinating. I found it fascinating. It's exactly what you were saying, Andrew. Monica was like, I don't think so. And I was like, I know what you mean, but then she wouldn't know the remix. But it was an interesting conversation. And with your point, the uptempos are not as enduring as they perhaps could have been.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, we can start off our list at number 10, and for context for me, in '91 when this album came out, I was still in Nigeria, and the songs I remember getting the songs but not seeing the album cover. So just said, somebody made a tape for me and just gave me the tracks. I thought it was Guy, because I thought, oh man, they made some new tracks from the future. And so there's only one or two that really stick. I can always remember from back and then. But that Guy was so massive. So the up tempos were what really stood out. It was only when I moved to the States the following year that tracks like Come and Talk to Me and For My Lady became like, oh man, this is even better. But the up tempos. But at number 10 for me is from Jodeci, Plaything. And I wonder if it's me. You can be my Plaything.
What?
Yeah, that starts at number 10 for me.
Wow.
Maybe it's the context as you're telling a girl to be their plaything. But at number 10 from the album version, okay. Just like Houdini, he's back, he's off and off. Okay. It's he's here. Okay.
What's going on, dude? Is it spotty Wi-Fi today? What's going on, man?
I switched connections, so I was on one that usually works, but I've just switched to the other one. So hopefully this will be
okay. Okay.
All right. Good luck, man.
Okay. Yeah. So Plaything's my number 10. VJ, out to you.
My number 10 is Jodeci's Treat You. Great intro. The synths are brilliant throughout, and it's those synth sounds are just fantastic on it. It's typical Devante from this era, and I really like this song. And there's not one song I don't like on this list. So great intro, but number 10, Treat You by Jodeci.
What about you, Steve?
Yeah, I'd agree with VJ there. It's the track that is an ode to Father MCs, Treat You Like You Want to Be Treated. I like the loop. There's a brilliant loop in it. I remember doing a re-edit on this years ago and extending it with that loop. But Treat You by Jodeci, great track. It is probably an album filler, if I'm really honest. Probably is an album filler, like you say. They based it on that Father MC. It's like a continuation of that. But yeah, it's a solid album track. Solid album track. Number 10 for me.
Okay. And tonight, before you disappear.
Right. All right. So I'll say for the record, had this song been the remix, it'd be number 2. But no, because it's not the remix. It is all the way down to the disrespectful number 10 position.
No, it's so disrespectful. I think I know what you're going to say.
I think you know too. I think you know too. All right. Actually, you know what? Let's have some fun. Vij, if you get it, you're my brother anyway, but if you get it, you're really my brother. What song is it?
I think you mentioned a remix earlier, and I think you're talking about that song. If it's that song, I am
Say it.
Kisses We Share. Exes We Share.
Okay, actually, you know what? Believe it or not, that was an amazing guess. An amazing guess. But no, it's actually Boyz II Men, Sympin. Sympin. Nandy's face. Yo, Sympin. Yes, I effing love that remix. I remember where I was. It was 92, spring of 92, and the remix came on the radio. I'm like, what is this? And it was just like, this is dope. Then Mike Bivin comes in with a rap. I mean,
great
come
remix.
on.
Great
So
remix.
it ain't easy. I won't lie. I don't want you tonight, right? Whatever. It's perfect. Damon, Michael, Sean, and Juan don't have much time to get it on, but no, it's no. The original is just like
the original, the one that starts off with the James Bond.
I hated that James Bond theme.
What?
I hated it.
How?
It had nothing to do with New Jack Swing. I'm just like, what? And then like, it's just stupid, man. I'm sorry. I hate that version. So anyway,
wow. You said that over the years that you really dislike simping. So now I remember that you've said it over the years. You've said I really don't like that song.
I've never actually let that song play if I could help it when I let the album play.
Were they the first? All right. Were they the first R&B group to use the word simping in a track?
They were decades ahead of everybody. I love that. That gives props for that. But anyway, I'm talking too damn much. But anyway, I love it. Would number 2, Sympin, the remix, number 2. But the album version, remixes matter, man. To me, they matter. All right, I'm done.
Well, goodness. Well, yeah. Okay. It's very surprising. Okay. Well, number 9 for me is I'm sure it's lucky it actually is number 9 and I'm number 10, but Gotta Love. I just I listened to it and I'm like, my goodness, how do they pick of all the songs on the album to be the first single? Now, of course, yes, the video version is completely different. You almost think, you start wondering why, but when you buy the album, you listen to it. It just didn't do it for me, and I didn't understand why. They had other songs that are a lot better on Uptempo track if they wanted to come out with, but Gotta Love album version is at number 10 and number 9 for me. Yes.
Okay. Ouch.
Okay.
Lots of moments like that. Mine number 9 has a fantastic piano solo around 2 minutes 45 seconds. It's produced by the Characters. It's sampled in 2 songs, including the incredible Jeep mix of As-One's Trust in Me. It's obviously Boyz II Men, Little Things. Fantastic track. I really like this song, and it's at number 9, unfortunately.
Okay. See that everybody's talking about the remixes, Gotta Love 12-inch and stuff, but it's the album's version. Yeah. Stevie, what's number 9 for you?
This is a killer track, and I think the only reason it's at number 9 is because I don't think it's an out-and-out up-tempo. It straddles. It's like, the best analogy I can make of this is like, if you have like boxing class weights, like you've got heavyweight, middleweight. This is like, it's not middleweight, it's not heavy. Say up-tempo's heavyweight, and then you've got like, a mid-tempo that's middleweight. I'd put this at bridgerweight. It's just below heavyweight, kind of a bridgerweight. So this track, it's not mid-tempo, it's not up-tempo, it's kind of between the two. And that's the only reason it's there. The start of it, it kills me. Even the start, the way it builds up for about 40 seconds. And then that snare that is produced by the Characters, VJ just mentioned it. Little Things. I feel that I'm feeling it because it's a killer track. It's an awesome track. But it's not an out-and-out tempo. And that's the only reason it's at number 9.
So you're not going by the song. You're going by
what's the title of the podcast? The up tempos.
So yeah, so it was
the podcast Namdi.
It's the 10 songs on them, but it's what did you? So you're just going by the faster.
It's a chugging mid, just above mid tempo pace. It's not a real dance floor club up tempo, is it? I mean, these 2 words that sum up the Jodeci up tempos, and that's 2 words you'd probably hear Mike Tyson come out with: ferocious. I hit him with a ferocious punch and explosive. That's how I feel when I listen to these Uptempo. The ferocious and explosive. I don't feel that with the Boyz II Men Uptempos. No, saying that, Under Pressure is. My gosh. That is
You're giving away your list, man. You're giving away your list.
ferocious. I don't know. Listen. But anyway, Little Things at number 9.
Okay.
Great track though. Great track.
Andrew.
LOL.
The start of it,
Number
Andrew.
one.
The start of it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my killer! Absolute killer.
Yeah, but it's okay. You got the 10 tracks, but it was what your favorite was. But you're now going technical with how you're
My
placing
favorite
it.
tempo. What are the Uptempos on here?
As...
You know, out of the 10 tracks, there's only one classic on this album. On this chart, there's only one classic. There's only one track that you could deem a classic, an anthem.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true. Yeah. It's true. He's right. I
yeah,
agree.
that's a fair comment.
Leon, I love what you said about "Gotta Love." Had it come out in 1990, would have been a hit. It did make me think. And there's something there. I could see that. I don't know if I completely agree, but at the same time, it made me go, huh? You know, but then it would be a completely different vibe. Maybe they would have suits more like Guy versus like combat boots. But anyway, just wanted to call that out because I've never once thought that. All right, so my number 9.
Again, though, they did this off the back of Guy and Basic Black and all that stuff. So if you come out to 90, they modeled everything after what Teddy and Guy were doing. So it could have sounded completely different if they tried it on their own. Yeah, I do wonder. Yeah, but anyway, so go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. So my number 9 is a song that I think a lot of people like for some reason, and I think it might be. I'm all about associations. So like sometimes if I hear a song at a nice, like if I hear on the dance floor and I'm having a good time, I'll be like, you know, I'll be down with it, right? But anyway, this song is gonna be blasphemous, but I've got to put Under Pressure by Boyz II Men at number 9.
Wow.
I you know, and the reason why is because for me they have like unkish voices, so I think of like chubby older men trying to like do the Running Man, and it looks funny to me. And to me, like Under Pressure is in that vibe. I know people love it, but I've never like that Running for Your Life. That part's cool, whatever. But I just like, I don't know. It just doesn't. Anyway, yeah. So Under Pressure's at number 9. I know. But so clearly, by the way, my last list was balanced. Clearly, I am a Boyz II Men not liker on this list. I am absolutely.
You are not a liker.
Yes, not a liker. I didn't want to say hater, so I'm not a liker.
You're not a liker.
Okay.
No, okay.
Number 8 for me is Treat You, and of course, yes, it didn't have the same vibe as Treat You Like They Want to Be Treated. Different producers and stuff. I mean, it was a nice little homage, but definitely not as good as the predecessor, which was by Father MC. But yes, that is number 8 for me. Okay, Dio agrees with that as well. Yeah. Chubby old men. VJ.
My number 8 has been sampled twice. It uses 2 samples. Sorry, James Brown, Get Up Off That Thing from '76, and a very odd sample, The Grassroots, You Are the Same from 1968. Really, really, really odd sample. I agree with everything that's been said about it before, about the remix. The video mix should have been the one that was used. Obviously, what the hell? And I believe there are about 18 mixes of this. There's the 2 singles. There's 2 singles which have 6 and 6 mixes. That's 12. The LP version, there's an LP edit that takes it to 14. And there's another 4 mixes floating around here or there. Wow. This is the song. It's Jodeci, Gotta Love.
Yep.
This is, oddly enough, there's 2 versions of this single. It's 2 pressings. of the promo single. One is the purple one, which has the one that came out on 12. The other one is the green one, which is super rare. And this is the very rare Canadian pressing with the green mixes on vinyl. So Namdi's thinking, you lunatic, where do you get this? What are you talking about? But yeah, that
I was laughing at it was green. I thought they normally would make them orange in Canada.
So which mixes are on that pressing then? Sorry, which mixes?
This 12-inch has Daddy Hip Hop, Swing R&B, Daddy R&B, Swing Bass, Instrumental Daddy R&B, and Daddy Hip Hop Instrumental. This is
different from the US import 12 then.
This is the opposite, you know, because the US import 12 is the purple promo 12 CD single. This is the green promo CD single, but on vinyl.
I need to get that then.
You have to. This is super hard to find. So
the US 12. So even since I bought the US, I remember getting the US 12 back then when it came out. I've never seen it in a record shop since. Have you ever seen it since? It's so. I mean, forget the CD singles; they're impossible to find anyway. But the 12s just don't.
And CD, do you remember me and you went to that place in Soho to meet Jodeci?
Yes.
They signed my US copy of that. All four of them signed it. We were together. So you were there. You were there. We were there together. But yeah, that is the one to find. Jodeci hip hop. The video mix is the one by a long, long way. We know they couldn't dance. See, yeah, no disrespect. You know, people have different skills. They are the singers, no doubt. But you could see they were doing very basic moves. But the way that the video was shot, and props to the director, it looked like they were incredible dancers.
Until they were so trained.
We know better. But Gotta Love is my number 8.
Okay. Stevie, what's your number 8?
Again, I'm not happy that I put this at number 8 at all, because I do love the track. I do love it, and I don't know what else. It's all just been said. We've just been discussing it. It's got a love. I remember buying the import 12, cherishing it, and like I say, it's impossible to find now. I never see it in record shop. In fact, I don't even see the first album on vinyl. Did the first album get a UK pressing? I've only got a US pressing of the vinyl.
Yes,
Forever My Lady.
Yes, it does.
So they pressed it up in the again. I just don't see it. I seen a CD in a charity shop maybe last year. That was it. But vinyl, Jodeci vinyl from the first album.
Yeah, I think
it's just all disappeared.
It sells for $200 to $300, I think.
Really?
They go for a lot. If it's a clean copy, they sell for a lot. So
mine's a mint. It's in great. It's still got the hype sticker on it and everything.
Nice. Enjoy. And one more thing, things you're talking about, these pressings. This came out a year ago, 2 years ago.
This was
the repress. So I haven't opened it yet, but apparently the pressing is much cleaner on this. Anyway, Namdi, I'm going to stop with all this nonsense about this pressings and smashings.
No, but this is what you bring to the podcast. This is what we do. The extra bits we bring to the podcast, the collectability of these things.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew.
All right. So this one I actually feel pretty good about, because I think we all picked the same damn song as like the least dope of like the up tempos on Forever My Lady. So my number 8 is indeed Treat You. And I actually had a hard time. I feel bad for saying this, but I had a hard time kind of distinguishing between Treat You, All Right, and Plaything. The three just kind of melt into one long track, especially when I was still salty about God of Love back in 91. But now when I listen to it, then the real battle was between, I'm not spoiling anything, but the battle for me was between All Right and Plaything for me. But Treat You, I was like, yeah, no, that's like, I'm put that at last. So Jodeci makes its first appearance at number 8 with Treat You, which is, I think, a high praise for the rest of the album.
Do you think also that when they were making the up tempos, obviously Al B. Shaw was involved in this. They must have been making the up tempos for the Al B. Shaw second album as well, because some of the production in them, some of Al B. Shaw's tracks that Devontae produced, they're very similar. They're almost identical.
I wondered if they were Al B. Shaw rejects.
Yeah.
No, I wondered that as I was listening to the album this past week.
You know, the misunderstanding, and
Mm-hmm.
the tracks that were on his second album. Again, that's a highly underrated album. That I'll Be Sure second album. Got to review that one day.
Yeah,
So
that'd be fun.
So good. Is that the one with Had Enough on it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Channel J.
Again,
Yes.
Channel J just sounds like one of the tracks off this Jodeci.
Yes.
I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
See the Lady, and Channel J was revisited on the third album.
See that
See
lady.
the Lady is basically Channel J all over again. Yeah.
It's got like a house swing bounce to it, hasn't it? The production sound. Brilliant.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Carl didn't do too much on the album. Yeah. And that's a whole nother story. All right. Number 7.
Mhm.
I think what might be seen is, I think my bottom 4, so number 7, are all Jodeci tracks. And as Andrew says, there were 3 songs that from the Jodeci album that was distinctive to me, but there was 4 of them that just sounded like each other. That I unless I keep hearing it, I forget the titles and stuff. So X We Share is at number 7.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought I was, if this was done in 1991, the Jodeci tracks would all be at the top. But since I've been listening to them, and they don't have the lasting endurance that they really should. As We Share is at number 7 for me. Yeah, it was not too bad, but I'm hearing them trying to be like Guy in some aspects, and it was like an imitation. And maybe I'm hearing Eddie F saying he was supposed to handle they help sharpen the production the same way I'll Be Sure did the Uptempo, the ballads. And you can see how Forever My Lady and Come and Talk to Me, and those ones were more enduring with I'll Be Sure's input on them. It wasn't that he just stirred them in a particular way. And you could tell that they were just like, yeah, let's just do this New Jack stuff like Teddy would do. And I didn't feel it the same way. So yes, that's my number 7. VJ, number 7.
I'm sorry, I'm hurting so much I can't speak. Something stuck in my throat. I don't know.
Benson, yeah, this is the album, just the album version, and Cherish was on a soundtrack, so it didn't make the list. Yeah.
My number 7 has 4 samples in it. Lynn Collins' Think About It from 72, Chub Rock Treat 'Em Right from 1990, Funk Inc. Cool Is Back from 71, the incredible Kid and Play's Do This My Way from 1988. It was sampled in 8 songs, including the insanely good A Tribe Called Quest Give Me from 96. It is Motownphilly. It's here already. It's already there. It's done. It's on my list. It's made my list. It's here. I never did.
There's only 10 tracks. It wasn't going to not make the list. It's like
no. It's a fantastic song. It's just I've listened to it so much, man. So much. It's like, how much have we heard that song? It's like Belle Biv DeVoe, Poison. It like comes in and out of like you listen to it. Sometimes you're like, wow, this is amazing. Sometimes you think like, why are we listening to this shit right now? And you don't mean it disrespectfully. It's just like you just need a pause. So Motownphilly for me is at number 7.
Okay.
You thought, Namdi, you said it was going to be at my number 10. And hey, number 7 is better than number 10. I'm just saying.
Blasphemy, number 7.
I don't think Stevie approves. I'm just looking at his expression.
Stevie's not having it. No, and Stevie, you mentioned earlier as well, you said there's only one classic track on this. And I'm not saying anything about what that song might be, but if I was going to say it, it's probable it might have been the one that I've just said at number 7. And I'm just going to move along and say, hey, Stevie, what's your number 7?
Yeah, good question. the vocals, the harmonizing in this track are just incredible. Again, I'm not even happy I've got this at number 7 because it's just so good, and it's already been discussed, and it's got the big dung 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 at the beginning of it. But Sympin has made my number 7. I love this track. Why is it number 7?
Yeah, I don't get that.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't get that at all.
Doesn't make any sense at all. What's that noise?
Oh goodness. Okay, it's gonna be one of those nights. Go ahead, Andrew.
All right. My number 7 is like, believe it or not, I think the first time I really noticed this song was way back in 2005, and I was watching a video of people dancing at an NJS free party, and I was in Chicago just watching the video, and it was, "It's all right, tell me that you love me, tell me that you need me." And I was just like, I never heard that song outside of just my own house, but I'm actually seeing a video with people dancing to it at a nightclub, and I'm just kind of like, okay, all right, people like play the album track and they like it. So at number 7, it's all right, and I think it's all right to be at number 7 for Jodeci. Yeah, I'll leave that at that. I'm not gonna sing as much this week because Jodeci, you know what I'm saying? Like they're heavy duty vocalists. But I'll just sing playfully. I'll do that. Anyways, all right.
So Andrew, with your NJS Forever, like when you heard it, you thought it was interesting how the crowd reacted to that, right? Because they were into that.
1,000%. I was like, it gave me more respect for the song.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. My first Boyz II Men entry at number 6. I strangely enough, on their album, I thought maybe the productions by the characters were probably my least favorites, and so Little Things at number 6. Now, I would say that it's more of a track, the production and the arrangement, than the other 5 Jodeci tracks that I've listed. They just felt like they were just like, let's just do some New Jack Swing kind of stuff and put it together. And I think when I looked at the Jodeci stuff, it felt like, okay, we got you guys that can sing. I'll just do some up-tempo tracks and we'll just put it together. It didn't feel carefully crafted as, say, Come and Talk to Me or Forever My Lady or Stay. You know, they felt like, let's take our time. Let's make sure we get it right. This looked like they just rushed and put stuff out there. This sounds like a swing track. So Little Things, little chilled, but it felt like a proper record. And so that's a number 6 for me. All right, VJ, over to you.
My number 6 is sampled in one song, sampled by an artist called Schrodinger. I don't know if it has anything to do with quantum mechanics, but an artist called Schrodinger. It's called Wash Over Martin from 2018. I love this song, but what was I going to say about this? I love how they start with the intro where they're talking about all of their names, and they've got their name and then something. Then they end with Devante Sexy. It's obviously Jodeci Plaything. Love it. I love this song, but I feel bad. It's so low, but then it is what it is. It's Plaything. And Nanda, you said something fascinating earlier. You said something about the lyrics. I wanted to know what you meant by that. Were the lyrics too risque? What was it? What were you saying about Plaything?
Well, he's saying that you can be my plaything. Kind of relation. Yeah. I was like, okay.
Let's move on. Moving along. So Plaything was my number 6. There we go.
You know, this was the time of Do Me and you know, so you know, yeah.
Sorry, no, not Plaything. My bad.
Thank you. I was going to say.
I said everything. I meant to say my phone.
There you go. Yeah.
My phone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Apologies. My eyesight. I should be wearing my glasses. So.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So take the fist bump back.
It's my phone. There's only, cool.
So my phone is at number 6 then, yeah?
My phone is my number 6, yes.
Right, okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Stevie.
Well, I'll tell you what, so far, apart from one entry, our lists are virtually the same at the moment, apart from one. But I've got Jodeci, My Phone at number 6 as well. I love the keyboard playing in this. Fantastic. Again, it did make number 4 initially, and I bumped it back to number 6. And I'm just not comfortable with it being at number 6 because I think it is a top 5 track, but it's ended up at number 6. But again, it's a brilliant track.
And that was My Phone.
My phone doesn't ring anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Amount of times I'm sat on the bus on the way home and I'm like, my phone. I just want to sing it out loud, but everyone would turn around and look at me strange, wouldn't they? You normally get ladies on the bus, they're singing about the Lord. Oh Lord, and they're all singing loud. And I think, well, if they can do that why can't I sing my Jodeci songs really loud?
You should do what you want, man.
My phone doesn't ring anymore. They'd all turn around and go, yeah, we can see why, mate. We can see you can't sing. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Andrew.
Well, I think a couple things. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised at this one. But I'm also pleasantly surprised because I always felt lonely about my opinions on Gotta Love. But as much as I kind of was not a fan of the album version, I have learned to appreciate what it was trying to do. So surprisingly, at number 6 is in fact the album version of Gotta Love. Wow. Surprisingly. Yeah. So like, trust me, it's still like not, you guys know how I feel about it, but compared to like the rest of the Boyz II Men tracks I talked about and Treat You and All Right, I put Gotta Love ahead of it. So there it is. I Gotta Love at number 6.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a respectable. That's where I should have put it. I should have put it where it belongs, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Number 5 for me is another Jodeci track. It's All Right. I thought it was one of the better of the New Jack tracks. It got to the top 5. Yeah, but it's and also the vocals in it as well. Yeah, but it I can't remember what guy's song. I should have written it down. Most of the times when I'm listening this felt a lot like a Guy track is for me. But at number 5, It's All Right. Yes.
It's All Right.
Veach, what is your number 5?
Lost my voice again. I've got no words. Man,
that's one of the standout with tempos on the Jodeci album.
Hey.
Standout.
Killer. But fair enough. It is where it is. Oh, but I did want to say, I wanted to bring something up about the last podcast. I got a lot of crap for what I put at number 11. Do you remember?
What do you remember?
I got a lot of crap. Andrew put it at number 11. Andrew put the same song at number 11.
But I was late, so they got it all on you, and then it was all
yeah. It's all right. I'll take one for the team.
You die for my sins. No,
something like that. My number 5 is Sampled Once. It samples, got one sample, sorry. High Fives, I Just Can't Handle It, the extended 12-inch mix. Also, that was also mixed by Devante, which is interesting because I asked Teddy, because it's the only track, one of the only tracks, I believe the only track that Teddy and Devante are on together. So Teddy's credited as producing it. Devante's credited as mixing it. I asked Devante, Stevie, you were there at the time. I asked Devante and I said, that sounds a lot like you, like a lot more like you than just somebody that mixed it. And he said, nah, Teddy did most of it.
Wow.
And when I asked Teddy the same question, Teddy said that, what did Teddy say? Teddy just started laughing. He said, That was me, man. So
Wow.
I'm not gonna argue with those two. If they're both
obviously
saying,
where he goes funk up the bass, that's Devontae, isn't it?
it sounds so much like a Devontae style production as well.
No, but
you hear
just him
elements of
saying that is Devontae, isn't it?
That is
That's
Devontae.
Devontae. So them
Funk up the
beats sound like Joe. They don't sound like Teddy beats. They sound like Jodeci beats. They sound like Devontae beats, don't they?
But I think Devontae is maybe giving Teddy Riley a bit of respect there, and Teddy's just taking credit for something he already has credit for. And I think we'll leave it at that. So number 5 is the song that I said was my number 6. It's Jodeci's Plaything. That's it.
But also, when I've interviewed Marcus from High Five, they never said they were in the studio with Devontae. So they were in the studio with Teddy producing it. So how, there's one thing to record the vocals, the mixing, and adding the stuff afterwards.
Yeah. So yeah, if they're saying it, then Devontae might not have been there. But then, Stevie, what you're saying and what my ears are telling me, and I think Andrew as well, maybe Devontae's on that. He's on that a lot.
You hear it.
Heavy Devontae style production. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't there. Devontae said Teddy did more, and Teddy said he did more. So maybe that's what happened, and that's what the credits say. But my ears tell me something completely different. So maybe they're
I think, to me, when I listen to it, I think obviously it's Devontae saying funk up the bit. I think the beats are his.
Yeah.
But I think the Teddy bits are the orchestration on it.
Yes.
In the background, I think that's Teddy. That is.
That
Teddy.
sounds like Teddy to me too.
Yeah. So you're like me. It's a great combination between the both. Then.
So good.
Exactly.
Does Gene Griffin give credit on that track?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
No, he did.
Oh goodness. I interviewed J-Dub. I don't know if you know J-Dub. J-Dub, if he did somebody with SWV with Puffy, and it was last night. And
oh wow, J-Dub Walker, fantastic.
Yes. And he said that he moves to Atlanta, and guess who comes and signs him up for a year? Mr. Gene Griffin.
Wow.
I always fell out, but he talks about, he still had, even after Basic Black, he still had contracts at Motown and stuff, and he had him work on some demos and stuff. But he was getting 30 grand, and he said, "Okay, here's 500 for your hard work." And the guy said, "Okay." After about a year of that, he got out of there. Says, "No, I'm moving." So
J-Dub is super talented. Super
yeah.
$500 for a J-Dub track is taking the Mickey, man.
Oh, he was
Gene Griffin
got 30 grand. 30 grand, yeah.
Took the rest.
He was taking 30 grand, yeah. So yeah, but he knew who he was because he read all the credits and he knew about the whole story. But when you're trying to get in the door at 19, you go for it.
That's so interesting. That's fascinating, man.
Yeah. Oh, who's next?
It's Stevie, right?
My number 5, there had to be a Jodeci track a Boyz II Men track in my top 5, and I've gone with the ferocious Under Pressure, running for your life, dun, 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 dun. Absolutely ferocious track. Yeah, number 5 easily for me, top 5 easily.
Okay,
fantastic,
incredible production on that. Incredible production.
Okay.
And let's not forget the Dutch remix. There was a Dutch remix which was even better, weren't there?
Was it? Did Rusty Cruz do a mix of that?
Yes. I've got the single somewhere. That was an incredible mix as well. Took it to, smoothed it out a bit, but it's still very up tempo.
Stevie, Nandy's thinking, "Oh yes, the Rusty Cruz mix. I need to."
I mean, remixes were good, but as I said, if it wasn't on the video or on the radio,
I know.
You really had to be into it to start to be able to go after the remixes and stuff. And I mean, the only time I can remember ever going after remixes when Ted Blackstreet had those multi-CD remixes and getting those ones. outside of that first Blackstreet album, I don't think I ever got a single. Oh, for MC 69, but never really got into singles like that. Yeah. Andrew, what is number 5 for you?
My number 5, before I just have to make a plug really quick, but I remember getting every one of the Heartbreak remixes. Like, that was literally the first vinyls I ever bought, and it was such a holy grail to track them all down. Anyway, moving right along. This next track, even back in '91, I keep bringing back my childhood or my teenagehood. How do you not know someone's name, but you know their number? Like, when you call them, like, what do you say? Like, hey, it's me. Like, you want to play? Want to be my plaything? Like, don't know her name. I just know her number. She's just my plaything. Like, right? What? But I was like, but that is my number 5. And it was really a battle between that one and All Right. But I decided, like, the little rap in the middle of that one, and then, like, she brings me so much joy, and then Girl, I Love You So, which is basically from that intro they do on that side of the album. Keep going, Jake. You're gonna say something.
No, I was just gonna say I feel like listening to the song now.
Oh, right? Yeah, like, it's just like no. Like, it's just like, yeah, it's just like doom. I want to see the bass, the bass, like it's just like, yes, that song is dope. So I think you're seeing a trend here. Like, I actually like the Jodeci songs more now than I did back then. Maybe they were ahead of their time. Who knows? And the other trend, no, I'm not gonna say that because it'll spoil things. But anyway, that's it. Number 5 is Plaything, and I like it.
Well, that's high up for you. I'm impressed. You got it number 5.
Wow.
Okay. Top 4 for me. Boyz II Men, Sympin. And I remember when hearing that intro, thinking, "Wow, they must have paid a lot just to get that intro on there." And it was very sparsely used, so I don't know why they did it, unless they gave it to them for free or so. But I think Dallas, when it came to Uptempos, was a better producer than Devante. When I go on this for the Uptempo stuff, I think he did much better. He did sample quite a bit of the was that? It sounded like Public Enemy. What's the guy's name? Flavor Flav.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he kind of used him quite a bit, but I thought that to me they felt more enduring, the productions he did with Boyz II Men, especially the Uptempo one. So Sympin is number 4 for me.
Sympin ain't easy. Get on your hands and knees and lift your eyebrows. Like,
yeah. So that's
even
number
the
4
bridge. Can you sing the bridge, Andrew?
Oh shoot. That's put me on the spot.
I can't remember which guy's singing it. It's got a brilliant bridge. It's got a brilliant bridge.
I'll come back to you guys on that.
You'll come back to it. Okay. VJ, what about you?
Something you mentioned about Boyz II Men and Jodeci. Which one of those members are we? Like, that's an interesting question. We'll maybe get back to you.
Podcast, that.
I actually kind of know. I know who I would pick.
Okay,
JoJo.
Absolutely, like JoJo, but then also I like Sean. Like, if I was in Boyz II Men, it'd be Sean, and if I was in Jodeci, it'd be JoJo. So there we go. That's the answer. But JoJo's probably number 1.
Okay.
Number 4. So my number 4, it's been sampled 3 times. It makes sense that one of the executive producer of this album was Biv 10, Michael Bivins, and they on this particular song they sampled Belle Biv DeVoe's Poison from 1990. Also sampled in this was James Brown's Funky President, People It's Bad from 1974. But the one sample that stands out the most on this is Public Enemy's I Can't Do Nothing For You Man from 1990. It's interesting because Stevie mentioned an unreleased track by Jodeci called Your Love, which also samples Public Enemy. And that tells us how prominent Public Enemy were at the time. I mean, nobody talks really about Public Enemy anymore. And I think that is one of the biggest travesties, because I think Public Enemy is such an incredible group.
Even though the new album came out on Friday, it was in HMV. Brand new album, vinyl. Does anybody care though? Does anybody care?
Know.
Vinyl album CD, new Public Enemy
good?
album. I don't know.
I'll have a look for that. That's great. So I didn't listen to this much at the time. It's grown over the years, and listening to it this last week, oh my God. How did you describe it, Stevie? You said that it's when a song's very energetic. What did you say?
It's either explosive or ferocious.
Ferocious. This song is ferocious, man. Boyz II Men, Under Pressure is like a pressure cooker that just goes off, hits you in your face, man. It's so good. And yeah, that's number 4, Under Pressure. I love this song. It's so good. Production is outrageously good. It's Dallas, and you mentioned, Namdi, you said Dallas Austin's Uptempos. That is an example of Dallas Austin saying, this is what I'm about, in your face, everybody. It's so good. Dallas Austin smashes the hell out of this song. That's my number 4, Under Pressure.
Under Pressure, okay. Stevie.
She's mine. She's mine. She's just my plaything. Don't know her name. I just know her number. I want to sing that one loud on that, and I just couldn't do it. But you know, there was for a minute I thought, can I put this at number 1? Can I make this my number 1? And I thought, hold on a minute, I'm a middle-aged guy. I listen to them lyrics. It's like, you know, he's humming to the track, and he's like, but then the lyrics come up about some underage girl, and he's like, what? And I had that moment. She's just my plaything. Don't know her name. No. So it got to number 6. Then I swapped it for my phone. It made its way to number 4 because it's an explosive track. The production, the production's next level on this. Yeah, absolute next level. It probably is the best produced Jodeci track on that side. What he's put into it and everything. But Plaything. I love this track. You know,
very nice.
Okay. Andrew, number 4.
I didn't prepare for this. I literally was like, I know you should do for this one, but it's too late. I can't, don't have time to look.
That's a good point by Hopeful, though. You weren't middle-aged when it came out, dude.
There you go. Context is everything. Yes, context is everything. But check this out. One day back in Philly, 4 guys wanted to sing. I said, blah, blah, blah. What'd you say? What you said? Hey, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know the rest of the words. But anyway, Boyz II Men, Motownphilly, you know, I do think this was a little bit of like a respectful ranking. Like, when was the last time I actually put on Motownphilly because I wanted to hear it? Like, never. Like, not never, but the song is so ubiquitous and it's just such a classic. And even when I went and saw them in the concert, of course they closed it with this song. But it was just cool. It was like Motownphilly is their poison. Like it's like that's the anthem, right? So it makes it number 4. It is not number 1. There are 3 tracks ahead of it. So, but I do think for me, I had to meet and check this out one day. Woo! You hear that little Doom sample in there. Like, you know, it was such an announcement. Boyz II Men came out in ~91, like out of nowhere. I mean, you got Questlove in the bathroom, or not bathroom, but he's in the back drumming. I mean, it was an anthemic song. And when you watch them dancing in that video, yes, like you see like bass a little off sometimes. But the point is, they were young, fresh, clean, and dope. And it was their announcement. So Motownphilly at number 4. I can't wait to talk about number 3, number 2, and number 1.
Right. I like how you said that, because it's like you were respectful, and I like sometimes we do that. Like you want to put like a song like Motownphilly, it feels so wrong to put it like I put it at number 7. You know what I mean? Like what you've said, it makes sense. It's a big.
I'm not always like that. Someone said I put Before I Let You Go by Blackspear at number 9, and they were like, they won't let me forget that. So that was respectful. So I can't be disrespectful too. So
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
So welcome to the anti Boyz II Men podcast. as these guys just decide to completely disrespect Boyz II Men. But hey, for me, number 3 is my highest place Jodeci track. The only track from the album, Uptempo track, that I always remember from the first time I heard it. And it's a track that if I was put on the spot and I had to think of a Jodeci track, this would be the only one I can really remember, and I really appreciate it. And actually, it didn't surprise me that it had co-production by Albie Shaw, so it meant that he did a little. He kind of tweaked it, which is probably why it really endured to me. And it's My Phone. Okay, Mac, you had a number 3 as well. My phone doesn't ring anymore. And I think most people will know Mr. Samayo as well has put down at number 3. Favorite up-tempo Jodeci track that they've come out with. And it's just the fact that the chorus is so enduring. This loneliness is driving me crazy. My phone doesn't ring and it's just the slow. And then you've got Casey just at the background, and you've got the dance, and I just loved it. I just thought it was this was Devante doing his thing, but I could see Albie's influence, and probably why it is my favorite up-tempo Jodeci track at number 3, My Phone. Okay.
Nice. My number 3 could easily have been my number 1. Easily. It should have been a single. Somebody at the beginning of this podcast mentioned the remix that was on In Living Color. There is a CD pressing off that with all of those In Living Color remixes, edits, the performances. There is an In Living Color CD that you should probably pick up, double disc, I think. My number 3, reluctantly, is Jodeci, Kisses We Share.
Times We Share.
Times We Share. Kisses We Share. Yeah, I'm looking at. See, my eyesight ain't right, man.
I'm still picking up tracks as it goes along.
I need to be wearing my glasses, man. What am I doing? Times We Share.
Oh goodness.
Number 3. Great song, phenomenal song, and you all know, like a lot of the listeners will know the remix. It's on YouTube, and you should probably take a listen if you haven't. What they do to that track is just elevate it to a different planet, and I wish that was available on some kind of pressing, on a CD or a vinyl or something, because I don't understand how they could create a remix that's that good and not issue it. I don't understand it.
And drop I'm Still Waiting instead. I'm sorry. Like no. I'm so angry. All right. Clearly.
So you're not a fan of I'm Still Waiting,
I am, but not compared to Times We Share. And I'm Still Waiting.
Fair enough.
At least in the US, it flopped. But Times We Share would have been, it was perfect. Anyways, sorry.
Fair enough.
You know what up-tempo track we haven't mentioned from Jodeci that could have been on this album, but was put on a soundtrack?
Let's go.
On the Strictly Business soundtrack.
This one.
Let's fly.
Oh, what a track that was.
Fantastic. Yeah.
What was it called? What's the title of it again?
I think it's called
Let's Fly.
Yeah.
Oh, what a track that is. That kind of does sound similar-ish to Times We Share. It's got very similar-ish, but my number 3 is Times We Share.
Wow.
Rips my guts out. Out, this track.
It's a mad one to put.
Oh, gosh, absolutely rips. I mean, in a way, I've contradicted myself because I put Little Things at number 9 by Boyz II Men, and I've said probably because it ain't a full-on up-tempo, because Times We Share isn't a full-on up-tempo. It's just below. It's above mid-tempo. It's faster than Little Things, but it's a killer track. Absolute killer track.
What you're saying is so hypocritical. You're right.
Contradicting yourself. Totally.
You love it. You love what you love. You put what you love higher up. You've done it.
Times we share too, and gotta have you. Oh dear, what a crap.
Make it last.
I'll tell you what, the master is there something with the mastering of it, because I notice the level in that dips compared to the other up-tempo tracks when I'm listening to it.
Maybe it's
Slight
not been
dip.
Yes, not been mastered
Slight
properly.
dip in it.
Let's Go Through the Motions was on Who's the Man. That's the soundtrack it was on.
But yeah, for me, that Let's Go Through the Motions sounds like it could have been on the second album. I'm talking about Let's Fly, which does sound like it could have been on this album.
Yeah. But Let's Go Through the Motions is an interesting track to bring up, because that was like the hybrid between those two albums.
Yeah.
Let's Go Through the Motions is the song that really excited me about Jodeci. If I wasn't excited already before, I heard that, I'm like, this is it. This is my group now. This is it. That was the song. That I was like, yeah. Anyway, that's a.
What
No,
soundtrack
I
was it on?
Who's the Man? It was Ed Lover and
Oh yeah.
We might as well mention Cherish while we're here, which I wasn't a big fan of, I'll be honest. Cherish. What was it on my fried green tomato?
Fried green tomatoes. Yes,
Yeah,
fried
yeah,
green.
It was on the European issues of Forever My Lady, right?
Yeah.
And that hip hop version, the 12-inch extensions, it's just not.
I know.
No, man. It's just a no.
It might be the most commercial song they ever did. Like, it was like, you guys are like, just, it's a little poppy.
Yeah.
To be
I mean, the vocals sound solid on it, but it's.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, there's my JoJo. All right. So, my number 3 is Mr. Dalvin. This is KC Sugar. This is JoJo Honey. Devontae Sexy. And you know I'm lonely. Whoa! Oh, sorry, guys. That was bad. Baby. I mean, come on, baby. Yo, what's up, Devontae? My phone don't ring anymore. My phone. I mean, yo, number 3. Seriously, I listened to that and I was like, yes, I was thinking, oh yeah, that doom. Like, it actually starts a different song in a way, and then bass, and it was right back into my phone. Like, that should have been a single. I'm telling you, that deserved a video. Even the way they came. I remember back then, I was like, man, Devontae is conceited. Like, he's like, it's like everybody else is like normal, and then he goes, Devontae Sexy.
Yeah, no, he was like,
No, I'm playing. But anyway, no, I have to say, so I love that, but all 4 of us, like me and you, Namdi, said my phone, and then Beach and Stevie said times we share. Yo, that is like synchronicity, baby. That is synchronicity. But I just, man, my phone is dope. Like, I like it more now than I did back then. I love that song. All right. I said, wow.
Yeah. For the first time I heard it back in 91, I've always loved it. So, and if I'm talking about, they're Uptempo, that's the only one that I can remember by name and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Number 2 for me, this could have been number 1, and I loved I loved how they sang in this, and I love Wanye just going all over the place on this. Under Pressure. Wow. Just the feeling is every me. I mean, goodness, I'm like, wow, this is. And as I said, my phone is as I said, my favorite up-tempo Jodeci, but Under Pressure to me was just like, no, it could have been number 1, but I just loved how the guys delivered on this. And I love the contrast in production of Dallas compared to Devontae, because, there was everyone who was trying to do Teddy and do New Jack. I didn't see Dallas doing it. I saw him using a lot more samples than, say, Devontae, but his production seemed different on this album, while Devontae's all sounded like they came out of the same crate and they just tweaked it a little bit. But Under Pressure, I'm surprised you guys had it much lower, but for me, it's at number 2.
I wasn't too far off you. Number 4. I'm just.
It was in my top five. It was in my top five. Number five.
I was the a-hole. I had it number 5.
Oh, goodness. Veej, what's your number 2?
My number 2 has 6 samples in it, which is a lot for a song. It also samples Belle Biv DeVoe Poison from 1990. It samples Michael Jackson Can't Let Her Get Away from 1991. The JB's The Grunt from 1970. Funk Inc. Cool Is Back. Also samples James Brown My Thing from 1974. And Andrew Knight's favorite, John Barry and Monty Norman's James Bond theme. It is the LP version, which is not as good as the remix. But if I didn't know what the remix sounded like, this song killed it, man. Sympin was a fantastic. The LP version kills it. This is number 2, and it's a brilliant song. I was going to swear. Oh, it's a great song. LP
Get
version
on
is
your
great.
hands and knees.
The remix, different level, but that mix is solid. That James Bond intro. I was listening to that in the car as well, and Monica said, "What's with the James Bond theme?" She's very much in sync with Andrew, so I'm going to leave that alone. I don't know. She was taking the piss out of me. She said, "What are we going to expect to Inspector Gadget to come up next?" Because she knows that a lot of New Jack has Inspector Gadget, so she's like, "What the hell's going on there?" So my number 2, Sympin, great track.
Stevie.
When I first thought of this chart, I thought straight away, this is my number 1. My number 1. And for some reason, it's ended up at number 2. It's a Jodeci track. It's got an almighty breakdown at about 345, 350. The way the drum loops absolutely destroys me. But it's always been a favourite from back then. It's here getting played on the radio. It ended up being on a Master Cuts compilation. DJs would play it out from that because it was a loud cut. But Jodeci, it's all right. Is it number 2 for me?
Respectable.
That's the first thing I thought of. My number 1 is this track, but I'm killing myself at number 2. But it's probably my favourite Jodeci Uptempo track. Probably my favourite on the whole album, if I'm honest. Probably my favourite track on the whole album.
We can have so much fun. Girl, I want
classic, brilliant swing track.
I want to do ya and check my love into ya. Come on, baby. It's all right.
And the breakdown, get to them drums, man. Them drums. Oh my gosh.
Quickly end the podcast so I can listen to it.
Right? Oh yeah, okay. I'll be quick. No. So my number 2, believe it or not, even though I've completely been not a liker, I am going to like this one, and I'm going to like the group for this reason. I am more of a sound of the music kind of person than a lyric kind of person. But I remember thinking at the age of 15, man, these lyrics are so cool, and this is life lessons. And I'm just going to break it down and say that giving me the best doesn't mean giving me happiness. I'll be satisfied with anything that comes close. Now, I don't want to settle for less, but if I do, I must confess that I won't take it if it's not from your heart, because sometimes we get wrapped up in all the fancy things, but don't expect life to be perfect. It'll come with static cling. And I thought, wow, don't expect life to be perfect. It'll come with static cling. Yo, that is profound. And between that and the fact that I always thought that this song should have been a video too, with that great intro that Stevie called out, and then just chilling, like, kind of like, this is a deep cut, but Whatever It Takes by Troop, like just chilling, they're in a car, a convertible car, they're driving down the street, the wind's blowing, it's just like, little things mean a lot, appreciate what you got. It's just like, do with what you have, like, come on. That's the one. It's number 2, and now I'm gonna spoil it.
choice. It's a great
my
choice.
my BPMs got slower as you got higher up the charts. So there you go. Now, Little Things is probably the slowest one, but it's still on the slower tip. So no surprise, number one. But anyway, Little Things is the I want to sing the bridge, but even that song is like there's certain songs I'll do, certain songs I won't do, and I won't disrespect Boyz II Men or myself trying to sing that song. But thank you for the
It's a brilliant number 2. That brilliant.
Amazing song. Amazing song. It's amazing. Still my number 9, but it's an amazing.
Yeah.
It's my number 9 as well. You know,
Scraped onto the list.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It hurt me. That hurt me putting it number 9. Hurt me.
It's horrible,
It
isn't it?
really did.
Such a, who comes up with these lists?
We do.
Oh, goodness.
We do.
Anyway,
We talk to ourselves every week.
let me go from my 10 to number 1. Number 10 was Plaything. She's just my plaything. Gotta Love at number 9. Treat You at number 8. The Love We Share at number 7. Oh, the Times We Share. Times We Share, yeah. Little Things at number 6. Number 5 It's All Right. Sympin at number 4. My Phone at number 3. Under Pressure at number 2. I like when Wanye comes in, because this is when we first get Wanye doing that, and then he just goes, it's like, okay, Wanye, just take it home. And at number 1 is one song out of both albums, Uptempo songs, that anywhere you played, it will be like, okay, this is 1990. You know, we've talked about Poison being one of those tracks that we remember and stuff, but there's can't be any denying that when you saw 4 guys looking like they came out of Howard University in their red tops and they were dancing, they looked like, oh, these guys I can inspire. Now they were hood guys, but the video, you know, Mike Bivens just says, man, we're gonna make you look like prep boys. But Motownphilly is such a it was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air track. Everyone could sing it. Everybody could do the little rap in there. And it was, you know, it was one of those, it was like Fresh Prince, because they went through their school. This is where we were, and we started singing, and they had all their friends in the video and stuff like that. It is just hard. I listen to this, I'm thinking this is the one classic track on this album, on this list that will, you know, up for Grammy consideration. Anyone would remember it. I'm surprised how everyone had it much lower, but definitely Motownphilly number 1 on my list.
I just want to give props to that whole dum 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 da da dum 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 da 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 ya 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 da da.
That was the first time we heard it.
Correct, and it was just like that.
Yeah.
So I just had to give love to that, because that was catchy as F. So just that it's a genius song, honestly.
I mean, I was listening to them, and then I listened to Born to Sing, and I was like, when In Vogue came out with Born to Sing, it was like, wow, it's like, you know, really harmonizing. And I'm like, well, Boyz II Men did their thing. And I do wonder, if you were to do a battle, which of the two groups would come on top. I think most people might still think In Vogue were better with their harmonies and stuff. I don't know. But I'd have to say Motownphilly was the first time we're hearing it, seeing it. And definitely, I'm surprised. Yeah, we all have very different tastes where we've all put it in there. But anyway.
No, great choice. It's a great choice. It's like, it makes sense that you put it there. It absolutely makes sense. But I get it. Absolutely get it.
What's your top 10?
My number 10 was Jodeci, Treat You. Number 9 was Boyz II Men, Little Things. Number 8, Jodeci's Gotta Love. Number 7, Motownphilly. Number 6, Jodeci's My Phone. Number 5, Jodeci's Plaything. Number 4, Boyz II Men, Under Pressure. Number 3, Jodeci, Times We Share. Number 2, Boyz II Men, Sympin. And that leaves my number one, which has 4 samples in it. It uses 2 samples by James Brown, Make It Funky from 1971, and Get Up, Get Into It, Get Involved from 1970. Also, Casey and the Sunshine Band featuring George McRae, I Get Lifted, and the very obvious Lynn Collins sample of Think About It. DJ All Day mentioned that he heard it in 1990, and that makes so much sense because this song sounds more New Jack than 1991. 1991, the sound had kind of progressed a bit by the time this album had come out. It's on lots of compilations. It is obviously Jodeci's It's All Right. What a song. Should have been a single. Fantastic song. And I'm very, very happy and proud to have it at my number one today. That's it. That's my lot.
Yeah, and I just want to say that George McRae sample, the I Get Lifted, Casey Sunshine Band. I love that sample, and I keep forgetting the name of it. I always call it like the Do the Right Thing sample from when Redhead came.
Of course.
But yeah, no, I love that sample. So anyway, I just wanted to like say thank you for reminding me of the name of the track. Love it.
Welcome.
Okay.
Hopeful likes your choice, I think.
Hopeful.
Wash hands.
He's like, yes.
Wash hands. Yes.
Number 10, I got Jodeci, Treat You. Number 9, Boyz II Men, Little Things. Number 8, I got Jodeci, Gotta Love. Number 7, Boyz II Men, Sympin. Number 6, Jodeci, My Phone. Number 5, Boyz II Men, Under Pressure. Number 4, Jodeci, Plaything. Number 3, Jodeci, Times We Share. Number 2, Jodeci, It's All Right. And my number 1, for a couple of reasons. One is when I was in college and the single came out and I was in the shop and I held the 12-inch import in my hand and the cover, and they were at a university college. I was in college and I thought, who are these guys? Who are these guys? Look at this 12. I've got them. I was like, this long-lasting memory. And the other memory of it is just one lyric that's always stood with me. And it's obviously Motownphilly, back again. But this is the lyric, doing an East Coast swing. That's the one.
Yeah.
Doing an East Coast swing. It's only one place it had to be.
I like that, man.
Doing a little East Coast swing. And number 1, Boyz II Men, the anthem. The classic, yeah, I've probably heard it too many times, but that's how rare that's us, guys. Like New Edition, the album from New Edition is us. The Jodeci, Forever My Lady, is us. This record is us. You know what I mean?
Brilliant choice. You and Nambi.
It's Boyz II Men, Motownphilly, classic.
Not too
Absolute
hard,
banger.
not too soft.
Absolutely banging track.
I like that, Andrew.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Some sense. There is hope in this world. You know, even though somebody didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize, it shows that the voting here has some real balance.
Little East Coast swing.
Dum, 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 da, 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 da.
4 guys out of Philly.
Speaking of 4 guys out of Philly, I'll just start. My number 10. Sorry, everybody, but I said it. It was a remix. It'd be number 2. Number 10, Sympin. Number 9, Under Pressure. Sorry, fellas. Boyz II Men. Number 8, Treat You, Jodeci. Number 7, All Right, Jodeci. But I love that damn song. Number 6, Gotta Love, Jodeci. Number 5, Plaything, Jodeci. Number 4, Motownphilly, Boyz II Men. Number 3, My Phone, Jodeci. Number 2, Little Things. And number 1, because when I first heard the album, I thought 3 of the tracks all sounded sort of the same. God Love was deeply disappointing at the time, and then My Phone was good, but then this song just sounded different than anything else for me and different than anything else that was out there. And I still, even to this day, play it loud in my earphones, and I just love everything about it. And that song is Fit-it-it-do, Fit-it-it-do. Times we share together. Yeah, make it last forever. And then times we share together, make it last forever. Like the morning sun, something. I like the way you can do all the way, girl. We can do this. Keep me rising high. Our love will never die. Nothing will compare to the love we share. Take a thing, girl. Like, and then like, oh girl, I see you. I mean, I want to do you tonight. Need my Rolex lady. Is it my timing right? Like, it's just, let's make it special. And the remix, oh yeah, like JoJo comes on. Anyway, I got excited, but all right, you get the point. So
it's a great choice, man. Great choice. Nice one, Andrew. Nice one.
Sorry.
Okay. Vijay, I think would you have a master list?
I do. Just before that, I just wanted to share a couple of things. This is Jodeci's, it's a CD called Playlist Your Way. And not one Jodeci Uptempo from this album is on this list. You've got 14 tracks from the first three albums, and not one Uptempo made it on here. Get On Up makes it on here. That's about it as far as Uptempos. That's it. That's the only one. Yeah. And another thing, because it's Boyz II Men related, I had to bring this up. The East Coast family. Yes. We don't talk about these guys enough. And this was an interesting one because One for All for One, everybody was on this. Andrew's favorite.
You know what's up with me and the East Coast family.
That reminds
me. Please listen to my demo. Please listen to my demo. And then Boyz
II Men. That was brilliant. Loved it.
Egress. Sorry.
They were in the Motownphilly video and some
Sudden Impact
video. Some white guys.
Yeah, Sudden Impact. White guys. Yes.
What happened to them? Did they ever get a release? Did anything ever come out from them?
No, I haven't seen anything.
My boy Jarrell, Jay Mace, interviewed some of them. So I know that's on YouTube somewhere. But if you just look for like Jay Mace or Jarrell Mason, white guys, he did talk to them. So
he did. So the list after the list that everybody submitted, this is the final ultimate top 10. Number 10, no surprise, Jodeci, Treat You. Number 9, Andrew will hate this, so will Namdi, Little Things at number 9. Number 8, Boyz II Men, Sympin. Number 7, Jodeci, Gotta Love. Number 6, Plaything. Number 5, My Phone. Number 4, Boyz II Men, Under Pressure. My number 1 makes it to number 3, Jodeci's It's Alright.
Okay.
Number 2, Stevie and Namdi's choice of Motownphilly is at number 2. That means Andrew's Times We Share is at number 1. That's
Andrew wins the podcast.
Wait. How many people submitted to that?
I think that there was a low number this time, so I think about 15 lists. So it's a small sample size.
Great track though. It is a great track.
It's a great choice for number 1. Motownphilly number 2. I think either of those, because I'm gutted I couldn't put Times We Share at number 1. It's
where was Sympin again?
Number 11. No, just kidding. Number 8.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, it's only one group went on to with both albums sell 3 times more copies. So I guess the wider public agreed that Boyz II Men did a better job.
Yeah, probably because they're a bit more wholesome and they appeal to a more family-oriented listener base than what Jodeci went a bit more gangster, didn't they? With I don't know what that second album cover was all about.
Yeah,
looked like some out of what's that? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, isn't it? With the flaps down, he's got a chainsaw coming. That was a dreadful album cover. That I'm sorry, guys, but it was.
I don't think they've really done good album covers, because if you think of even the Show and After Party, I I don't think the album covers were their thing.
I think this Forever My that was the best album cover.
I love
Indeed.
Forever My Lady was a great one. This
I
cover-
like that.
Yeah.
Great
I do
cover.
like that. But the second and third one, I didn't like them at all.
Even the backside. That's
Great, fantastic.
I want to say something really quick though. Actually, another Boyz II Men Uptempo I really loved, and I still actually listen to it all the time. I actually love All Around the World, the concert one from the 2 album. When you hear all those like London, Memphis, it's very Jamie Lewis.
That's on the bum CD. That's on the bum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love that song, and I will absolutely. And actually, there's a part where he goes like when Wani goes, "It's all right." It goes, "Just enjoying ourselves." Oh man, right? But that when he goes deep like that, it kind of reminds me of KC. I know I'm weird. I tried to tell my brother, he's like, "Yeah, you're wrong." But no, like, and just enjoying ourselves. Come and take a flight with boys. Anyway. But I love that song. So I just want to give props to that song, and that should have been a video too.
But what did we make of the 2 album compared to Diary of a Mad Band? Because did they go in different? Did Boyz II Men tap into okay, it's the end of the road really showed us that I don't think they enjoyed veering off to the adult contemporary selling 20 million copies. But I think the label pushed them that way, and I think Jodeci just stayed in their lane. But did you have an appreciation of either album over the other?
Personally, I fluctuated. For me, with Jodeci, I fluctuated between Diary of a Mad Band and Forever My Lady out of those 2 albums. But I think in the last 5 years, I've settled. Forever My Lady is the one.
Oh, no, I was talking about between Diary of a Mad Band and 2.
Around 93, 94, yeah.
2, 2's a fantastic album. It's a fantastic album.
I consider 2 like they've broken out from just like the New Jack. They actually became like heavyweights in music. Like they were a crossover at that point. And so they were almost uncomparable to me. I did think of 2 as an album full of hits, but wasn't like an album that I felt was really like I get sick of it pretty quickly, basically, whereas I think this the Jodeci album was more of like a underground. I say that in underground classic that was going to last a lot longer, and only quote unquote real ones knew about, like Diary of a Mad Band back then. So yeah, but I considered the 2 album more bubblegum, and while I liked Water Runs Dry and all those songs, and I loved the Khalil thing and everything, but I could give it like 3 or 4 listens, and then man, you heard I Make Love to You and On Bended Knee so much. You could not escape those songs. So anyway, I'm talking too damn much again.
No, you're not.
Okay. But yeah, I just bubblegum substance, and I'm not saying it didn't have substance. It did, but like it's just, yeah. I think Jodeci's album is more timeless. Yeah, maybe that's the answer. Because even more timeless, whereas Boyz II Men is a time capsule. It's really capturing an era.
Mm-hmm.
They both capture eras, but
yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And DJ All Day mentioned the remix album. Like 2 was so good that they had a remix album for it. And how good was that remix album?
They were mad about that though. Remember?
Were they?
Yes.
Why?
I think that's actually because they felt like they're being oversaturated. But that Boyz II Men, the I'll Make Love to You remix was amazing on that album. But no, I remember it came out right after 2. I think it came out in '95, and it was like they didn't know it was coming out. It was like it just came out, and Nathan, I remember seeing him like on an interview, like, well, you never like signed off on this, And I think it did cause some strife between them and Motown. But no, it was dope. You know what? Sometimes it reminds me of like when Johnny Gill can't pick his own damn singles. It's like, dude, let the company do what it does. Like, okay, like get out of your own way, because you had like Hey Lover had just come out with LL Cool J, and you did One Sweet Day, like right. Like you guys were on fire. Let Motown do what they were doing.
Yeah, Boyz II Men were a different level.
Andre, okay, that makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah, Stevie.
The only thing I remember from 2 was Vibing. That's the only track I seem to play over and over again. I need to figure it out. I prefer the Eddie F remix, the Untouchable remix.
What about the Dallas Austin mix of that?
Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. But like I say, I haven't played it for years. That album. I played the Diary of a Madman a lot more. You know.
Yeah.
Namdi, can we ask you the same question? What are your thoughts?
I think I can still remember '93 when Diary of a Madman came out with "Cry for You," and I was like, okay, this is on another level. I think I wasn't a big fan of "I Make Love to You." I thought that was Babyface going solo without Eddie Reed, and I just thought it was one of the worst ballads I've ever heard, and it just stayed on for 13 weeks. But then "On Bended Knees" is probably one of my top 5 favorite songs ever. It gets me emotional when that's one of the best songs that I've ever got from Boyz II Men. So I thought there was a balance, but like the rest of you, I probably thought it was a nice album, but I think Diary of the Madman, even though there's probably 6 songs I prefer on Diary of the Madman, but I think those 6 songs are stronger than the other Boyz II Men ones. And most R&B groups in the 90s wanted to be Jodeci. And they didn't think because they didn't want to sell. They didn't think about Boyz II Men selling albums. They just wanted to be as connected and as respected as Jodeci were. And even though Boyz II Men could sell out Madison Square Garden, could sell out an Olympic-sized stadium and generate more money, but they just didn't have the hearts of the community as Jodeci did. So it's like Toni Braxton and Mary J. Toni was selling 20 million albums out, when she had another sad, not Breathe Again and all that stuff. But Mary had the hearts. Yeah.
Does anybody know where that photograph was taken of the Jodeci Forever My Lady album? No, just
my guess would be Manhattan somewhere.
Yeah, it's be Manhattan. It's got to be Manhattan.
But I was gonna say, like, something you said, Namdi, was really cool. Like, you reminded me of how people talked about how, like, R&B artists getting love from kind of the hip hop crowd. Like, Bobby had that. Someone even likened Bobby to, like, he was almost like the Tupac of R&B. He was a bad boy, and people respected him. And I think about that '94 Source Awards, and Jodeci, like, presented at that awards. I remember, like, literally they come out, and then all of a sudden, like, just Casey just comes on the mic, goes, "Every freaking night," like that. The crowd loses it. And I'm just like, I love that. Like, Jodeci just had that respect. And if Boyz II Men had come out on stage and they'd be like, "I'll make love to you," like it would have been a disaster. So anyway, I just wanted to say, you reminded me of that. Jodeci had that respect. You're right. If you were in a group, you wanted to be Jodeci level as far as, like, the status of the respect. So
yeah. I mean, look at they align with Death Row. They Boyz II Men. But as I said, you listen to Boyz II Men. They were hood kids, and they didn't like the fact that they were being pushed in this direction. But it's the music business, and I think that's. I think the guys from Jodeci would have loved to get those checks from Boyz II Men, and still kept them if they knew how to. But it's just the industry and stuff. But it's great music either way, and I think what we appreciate is the fact that we're celebrating these groups and these albums as opposed to picking one or the other.
Absolutely,
yes.
And they were the best. They were the best of the best. Like, it was just like. Everybody else it was Boyz II Men and Jodeci, and then everybody else. That's what it was at that time. It was who's your favorite group? Nobody said any other group. It was just those two.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the two groups? If we could pit up 2 of the groups together? Who could we pit?
Guy and Blackstreet.
Ooh. No, I'm talking about the same period, same time their albums released, same year that their albums released in. Couldn't we? I don't know. Who could you put up against Mint Condition?
Tony. Only group that's on that
level.
Yeah,
I do like that. Mint Condition.
Yeah, but
Tony, that's it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but Tony's Mint were like the little brothers of Tony. Tony had the hit singles. They had the singles. They had the hits. I mean, Pretty Brown Eyes and What Kind of Man, and they had some, but not Anniversary and Just Rain in Southern California and Just Me and You and Slow Wine and Lay Your Head on My Pillow. I mean, they just had all this stuff.
But
I mean, honestly, I thought about it. So I think the only two groups you could kind of put together like that, but they're not even male groups, it's female. To me, it would be like SWV and TLC, or like SWV and Jade. But I think SWV and TLC is probably the best matchup.
But I will say, in line with your comment, Namdi, I just had a quick look at Spotify, and Mint Condition has 1.4 million monthly listeners, and Tony has 1.2 million listeners.
No way.
I'm just saying, no. Mint Condition have like some incredible albums, incredible music.
You try and get the value of the first LP vinyl of Mint Condition, 150 to 175 pounds at the moment. The value of that album, crazy price. Crazy price.
Yeah. Rift. When I interviewed Nitty, he says we wanted to be Jodeci, and they went and did Brenda's Got a Baby. Is it Judy's Got a Baby?
Judy's got a boyfriend.
Judy's got a boyfriend.
Great single that was.
Produced by Mucho. But the problem was that they wanted to get Respect in the Hood. But I'm like, you were touring with Vanilla Ice, and you were selling out those stadiums, and you were thinking, but we wanted to be Jodeci. I'm like, what?
And honestly, my riff, like My Heart Is Failing Me was the first song they were very, like, I don't know if you remember that song, but it was my first album is like butter. And if you're serious, I'm sorry, that was a great track. So to me, it's almost like it's okay to kind of just own your lane, but whatever you do it organically. Don't just make don't make like a 180. Like it looks terrible,
It was And he said, we just saw how Jodeci got all the women. And I'm like, you just told, you were in the state, you were doing arenas with Vanilla Ice. That's the money. And the label says, we'll get David Foster. We'll make you guys blow up. We'll make you guys blow up. And then now we wanted to be like Jodeci. And they got dropped and they got blacklisted. They got blacklisted because they're like, oh, you guys thought that you knew what you were doing, and hey, goodness, I don't know. So I loved, because Rift, they had the Jodeci Boyz II Men lane.
They had the Boyz II Men / Troop / High Five lane, and they had multiple vocalists. Like every time I heard Beats was a different lead singer. He was like more of a lighter voice. Like
what was that group called who did I Swear?
Oh,
All for One.
I mean,
you think that track alone was bigger than anything Jodeci have done commercially. I swear.
That song was ruined by that movie.
They had a track bigger than anything Jodeci have done.
It's getting late now, guys.
Yeah, it is. I agree.
I'm joking. I'm just taking a mic. I was just taking a mic. It's all good. Carry on. No, but if Namdi, if people have suggestions, they should put it in the comments. If there's something that jumps out at us, we can have a look, maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
Silk is good.
There was some good ones about Blackstreet and Drew Hill, Silk. I don't know if Silk and
Drew Hill, the Jodeci imposters.
But actually, I don't. That would be interesting though, because I think 112 had the hits.
I like that one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Jagged Edge.
Or
even 112 versus Drew Hill. I remember when I was in college, like 112 versus Drew Hill.
I think 112 with Drew Hill, because I think there's just Drew Hill had enough hits.
Jesus, I'd have to get my sleeping bag out for that one. I tell you,
it does. Yeah, I think. Yeah,
me.
Oh, you could do Blackstreet and get Blackstreet in there because, but yeah, I mean, we would look into that. We will look into that, guys. So we will look into that. But as always, on Wednesday we're live with Free from N Touch, He's good. He's
Nice.
He's joining us
Oh,
live
that's
on
fantastic.
Wednesday.
That's going to be amazing.
Yes. So yes.
Can't stop smiling.
Yes. I think so. Look out for that. So yeah, but we will look and see what the next thing is, and we'll put some dates out there as well.
I'll tell you, DM me was out the blue was Eric McCain's daughter, saying that's my dad in the picture. I'm like, which one? You mean Free or Eric? She went, no, Eric. And I went, how is he? We've not heard from him for years. He's doing good.
Okay.
Eric McCain did some amazing stuff he did with Romeo and. Do you remember Romeo and?
Oh my gosh.
How good was that? Oh my God, that was amazing.
I think he wants to stay. I think though he's not on social media. I think he wants to stay in the background. You know what I mean? Whereas Free, he's a bit like Damien Hall. He tried to keep the N-Touch brand going.
Okay.
You know, that's what I mean by he's trying to keep the brand going. He's still making music.
Okay. Well, guys, yes. There's another stuff. I mean, I did bring out the thought of if you had a Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel, and Any Heartbreak combo, who would have had the highest songs? And especially for you, Knight, who's a massive New Edition fan. I mean, if you had to pick Bobby's Don't Be Cruel, is it Don't Be Cruel?
Yeah.
My prerogative. Don't Be Cruel. Yeah, Don't Be Cruel.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Any Heartbreak, and try to do a top 12. Would that be hard for you?
I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, these things are a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty decisive actually, but I would just be like explaining the blasphemous decision. That's the hard part. It could be fun. It could be fun.
I know who I know who would come out top there, but I want to give a shout out to my cousin who stole my Bobby Brown official "Don't Be Cruel" T-shirt back in the day. I know you stole it, mate. And yeah, Bobby Brown would be number one for me. I hope my cousin sees this. I hope he sees it.
I'm sure.
Oh my God! And again, the remixes would absolutely play. Because for example, Every Little Step, the video remix or the remix versus the album version for me all damn day. Like I can barely tolerate the album version of Every Little Step. I can't think too straight. It must no, dude. It's got to be Everybody Got to Know What's Going Down. Like it's got to be that one. That it has to be that version. So it would be fun.
Yeah.
Stevie, you'd like that one, the one that Dayo's recommended, Solo versus A Few Good Men.
That's a deep one. That's a deep dive one. Yeah,
that'll never happen, but that would be a great one.
yeah.
Nobody's never signing off on that. He's like, what? Solo?
Oh, goodness.
What are you talking about?
Oh, goodness, Edwin. It is. I didn't realize the time. We've done. It's just 2 hours, but yeah, it is late. So, we will we'll converge, and we will let you guys know what we're going to be doing. But it's always great seeing you guys, and thanks, as Stevie said, for joining us Sundays as we do this stuff. We don't do it without you guys. So catch you till next time, guys.
Peace.
See ya.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that kind of
And somewhere in between
us for even loving us, on which I didn't miss you.
What was it like growing up?
she's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No. Okay,
They understand what